Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, seasons...
We're alive.
And welcome everyone to the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Stadium in Vaughan, Ontario, for the Women's League 2 final featuring Woodbridge Strikers and Waterloo United. Good evening, I'm Alfred Blastus. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on our live stream on League One's official YouTube channel as we bring you the last of 5 championship finals that have been played over the last 5 days right here at the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Stadium. We will recap some of the other finals that have been played here over the past several days, but first we'll pause for the playing of the national anthem.
At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able to, and please remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Well, this final match brings together the League 2 division winners as Woodbridge, who finished atop the Northeast Division, face Waterloo, who captured top spot in the Southwest Division. Both knocked off their respective opponents in the crossover semifinals last week to claim their place in the final tonight. Waterloo sailed through their semifinal, beating Alliance United 4-0 at Rim Park on Tuesday night. Amaris Machmuller scoring a brace for the winners. Woodbridge, on the other hand, had to come from behind to defeat Railway City 2-1, becoming the third Woodbridge side to reach a playoff final this season. Both the Strikers men's and women's under-20 teams played in their respective finals yesterday, and both, in fact, were winners. The men's under-20 side from Woodbridge defeated FC London by a whopping 9-0, and the women's under-20 side earned a 2-0 defeat over North Toronto. So the Woodbridge L2 women are looking to make it 3 in a row, and you'll see some familiar faces because all but 3 of the players that competed for the under-20 squad are in the L2 lineup tonight. Both of these teams were offensive juggernauts during the regular season, both besting the 40-goal mark and both earning the best goal differential in their respective divisions. And while Woodbridge won their division by a comfortable 6 points, Waterloo had to stave off a valiant challenge from Railway City, who finished just 2 points behind. Well, we're just about set for kickoff, so let's introduce you to our match officials tonight. The referee is Mariusz Buskowski. His assistants today are Olamipo Ogunote and Oscar Rex. The fourth official is Fadi Chamas. Let's bring you the starting lineups for Waterloo United first of all. Starting in goal is number 20, Maya Broderick. Number 4, the captain, Rebecca Drager. Number 5, Alicia McMurran. Number 19, Emily Hanahan. Number 21 is Sheila Gua. Number 23, Alexandria Chuang. Number 31, Amaris Machmuller. Number 32, Cici Mejia. Number 37, Carla Perez. Number 38, Orla Homewood. And number 40, Caitlin Brezina. They'll set up in a 4-3-3 for head coach Gregory Jesperson. For Woodbridge Strikers, the starting goalkeeper is number 60, Ashley Jeong. Number 3 is Talia Hutton. Number 5, Sabrina Bisante. Number 6, Martina Pania. Number 7, Maya Robinson. Number 8, Eva Villapando. Number 9, Maya Sinanovic. Number 10, Tamara Lisser. She is the captain tonight. Number 15, Jade Aruda. Number 16, Cassandra Genova. Number 24 is Talijah Folks. And they are also set up in a 4-3-3 for coach Michael Stalteri. Well, Waterloo is in the black shirt, black shorts, and yellow socks, while Woodbridge, it will be in the all-white kit with the red and blue sash across the chest. And we are off here at the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Center. Woodbridge immediately in possession with Sinanovic. Played into the box, and the opportunity came there for Eva Villapando. Turning with it is Tamara Lisser. And an opportunity goes over top of the goal. That's Bring up to date on the weather conditions. It is partly cloudy and hazy. It's 27 degrees at kickoff. It feels like 31. There is a special air quality statement. Wildfire smoke contributing to poor air quality over much of southern Ontario. But winds seem to be moving the smoke away. It isn't quite as thick as it had been. The officials will grant the two teams a cooling break during the course of each half. Well played ahead here to Sinanovic, who keeps it in. Cutting across the middle. Good through ball. And well timed by the goalkeeper to come out and play that ball just before Villapando could get to it. Assistant referee's flag is up for an offside. Oh, we mentioned this is the last of 5 finals that have been played over the course of the last number of days here at ZANCHIN Automotive Center. We mentioned the 2 finals that were played yesterday, both men's and women's finals featuring Woodbridge teams, and they both were winners. Earlier on Wednesday, we had the Women's Cup final that I had the pleasure of calling here on the live stream, and the final was North Toronto 5, Alliance United 1. On Friday, the men's L2 final was played. St. Catharines Roma emerged winners by a score of 2-1 over Cambridge United. And then, as we mentioned in yesterday's action, in the women's under-20 final, Woodbridge defeated North Toronto 2-0. And in the men's under-20 final, it was Woodbridge Strikers 9, FC London 0. And we wrap up the week of finals with this League 2 championship match between Waterloo United and Woodbridge Strikers. Sinanovic in a challenge there, and ball played out by the Waterloo defender. Lisser follows up the shot, and it's an easy save for the keeper, Maya Broderick. 19 years of age. She's made 11 League 2 appearances this year, 7 in League 1. So a player that is comfortable in both environments, as a number of these players on both sides are. This is Homewood. That ball is out of touch. It'll be a throw into Woodbridge. I had a chance to speak to the Woodbridge head coach, Michael Stalteri, just before the game, and he told me that all but 3 players from the under-20 team are in the squad today. Players that played yesterday, so their fitness is certainly going to be tested today. 2 games in the space of 24 hours, or a little over 24 hours, as they played yesterday afternoon. Of course, he mentioned some players have been lost to early NCAA camp, so there's plenty of young talent in this squad. The team will be anchored by the 2 veterans, Sabrina Bazante 22 years of age, as well as Martina Pania, also 22. Villapando twisting and turning with it, lays it back to Tamara Lisser. Sinanovic. Ball played across. A strike on goal. And that one came off the foot of Martina Pania. And a good save there from the keeper, Maya Broderick. Her second time she's been tested in the early going. It's interesting. There are a couple of players on the Woodbridge side with some international experience. Eva Villapando, number 8, has represented the under-17 Philippines national team. She is attending Georgia State University. This was her first season at Woodbridge. We also notice number 9, Maya Sinanovic. She is a member of the Serbian junior national team. Sinanovic on the ball now. Tall, rangy number 9, who plays more of a attacking midfield position. Moving forward, here's a strike from well out, and that came off the foot of Alicia McMurran. And it was well saved by Ashley Jong. So both teams getting early chances, early looks at goal, as we are just approaching the 10-minute mark in this first half of play. This is Orla Homewood. Gets a return pass. Slips away from a man. Holds it up. The referee has awarded the throw-in to Waterloo. Homewood with the throw. It's over the head of McMuller. Lisser. Genova. We'll go back to Maya Robinson. She's paired with Jade Aruda at the back. Robinson cutting across, being first to the ball. Puts it out of play, though, and it'll be a throw-in in favor of Waterloo. I'll also had a chance to speak to Waterloo's head coach, Gregory Jesperson, just before the match, and he's quite happy with the progress of this group. They're in their second year of their program. It's a very cohesive group. Of course, in his case, also some girls have been lost to NCAA commitments. So this is mostly a local group of players, Canadian university athletes. And as we mentioned, they finished the regular season with the best record in the league of 12 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie for 37 points. They had the best goal output with 46 and the best goal difference of plus 33. Say the same about Woodbridge, who also finished the regular season atop their division with a record of 11 wins, 2 losses, and a tie for 34 points. They were 6 points clear of Alliance United 40 goals scored, and a plus 29 goal difference, the best in the league as well. This is Homewood. Played across. A Waterloo player dispossessed, but then Homewood steps up and steals the ball from Sinanovic. Still Homewood. And tried to do perhaps a bit too much. Villapando, good control, but a nice recovery there from Waterloo's number 4, Rebecca Drager. She's in central midfield, Drager. Following up on it is the captain for Waterloo. Good move to get past a defender. Looking for options in front of her. Lays it off. It's back to Homewood. Played across. This is Caitlin Brzezina. Try to play out wide. Didn't get there. Following up is Cici Mejia. And it's played all the way back to Shayla Guha. It's Guha and Caitlin Brzezina, the 2 center backs for Waterloo, flanked by Homewood and Emily Hanahan. Here's a good ball through. It's just a little bit too long for the Woodbridge player, Talaja Folks. Well, it's been an entertaining first quarter hour so far. A couple of opportunities at either end. Woodbridge having just perhaps a little more of the possession, but it's certainly been a back and forth affair. Ball intercepted there from Mejia. Lisser trying to place it through for Sinanovic, but it was broken up, and turning is Drager. From the midfield stripe, a pass was picked off. Lisser to Villapando, the Philippines international. Pass across here for Cassandra Geneva. Sinanovic racing by Homewood. Good through ball, but was just a little bit too ambitious for Talaja Folks to run onto. Speaking about Talaja Folks, she and Olivia Piliteri have each scored 4 goals in League 2 action this season, as well as 4 goals with the under-20s. The top scorer on the team is Sabrina Bisante with 5 goals in 5 appearances. Here's an opportunity for Waterloo, but it was cleared ahead to Folks. Turning with it. Plays it ahead to Sabrina Bisante. Speaking about Bisante, 5 goals in 5 League 2 appearances. She's made 17 League 1 appearances this year. Played over 1,100 minutes in League 1 with a goal to her tally. Out comes Broderick, but the assistant referee's flag was up in any case. Should mention that player missing from the Woodbridge Strikers lineup is Nyama Prentice-White, who was the League 2 MVP in 2024. She made 13 League 1 appearances this season, but is not available for this match today. Villapando can't thread the ball through to Bisante. Good challenge there. Played out to Sinanovic. Nice ball ahead to Bisante. She has some space ahead of her. Bisante into the box, the shot, and it's a goal. And it's the first goal for Woodbridge after 17 minutes of play. And it is Sabrina Bisante. Well, it was a quick counterattack from Woodbridge as they took hold of the ball at midfield. Sinanovic making the run, and then a delicious pass forward to Sabrina Bisante, who did the rest, streaking past the defender and slotting the ball into the near corner. And Woodbridge has taken an early 1-0 lead over Waterloo United. That goal coming in the 17th minute. We'll see if Waterloo United can respond in due course. But it's a goal from Sabrina Bisante that breaks the deadlock, and Bisante is looking for a second one as she scampers into the box, but it's stolen there from Rebecca Dreger. Anya ahead to Bisante. Dragged to the ground, and it will be a free kick. And the referee is going to show a yellow card. A red card. It is a red card. A shocking red card to Caitlin Brazina of Waterloo United, coming in the 19th minute of play. That tactical foul to bring down Bisante. And it means that Waterloo United will be forced to play the rest of the match short-handed. Well, Brazina has left the field in tears, as could be expected. Her day coming to a premature end. But we look at what the result will be, and it is a free kick. It'll be taken by Tamara Lisser from about 30 meters out, and it is well over top of the goal. But we'll see what kind of adjustments head coach Greg Jesperson is going to do to his side. He's indicating that he wants the team to go into a 4-4-1 formation. So try to solidify the midfield, sacrifice some attacking power. But Jesperson doesn't really have a whole lot of options now with a key central defender in Caitlin Brazina out of the match. So Orla Homewood has gone into the back to fill in the space vacated by Brazina, while Rebecca Dreger looks like she's dropped back to the back line as well. Ball played ahead to Folks. She has plenty of space, has to chase it down though. just can't make it in time. We'll see what Waterloo United can muster in the time remaining, and there is plenty of time still to play. We're in the 22nd minute with Woodbridge ahead by a goal to none. Sabrina Bisante scoring in the 17th minute. Caitlin Brezina being shown a red card in the 19th minute. And Waterloo is playing shorthanded. Martina Pania. It's collected there by Talia Hutton. Across the middle to Lisser. Long ball in the direction of Sinanovic. She has some work to do to catch up to it. Being watched there by the Waterloo defender. And a good block from the number 19, Emily Hanahan, who has moved over from the left side to the right side of the Waterloo defense. In effect, Rebecca Drager has taken on the central defensive responsibilities, and I should correct myself. It was not Caitlin Brezina who was red carded. It was Shayla Agua, and Brezina is still on the field of play. In fact, she's going up into the box for this first corner of the match for Waterloo United. So my apologies. It was Guha who was shown the yellow card, the central defensive partner. And so it means that Brezina and Rebecca Drager are the two center backs now, while Homewood and Hanahan are the two fullbacks as Sinanovic moves ahead for Woodbridge. Ball through to Lisser. Couldn't get it back to Sinanovic, and it's stolen. Well, Amaris Machmuller, who scored twice in the semi-final on Tuesday, is going to have her hands full today with being the lone attacker. And a lot will be riding on her as Greg Jesperson is about to make his first substitution. We are seeing Dior Clamp, number 25, getting ready to come on for Waterloo. Cici Mejia. Out wide to McMurrin. Alicia McMurrin. Pass ahead to Carla Perez. Perez coming forward. Taken away from Machmuller. Jade Aruda coming up with it. And she will just send it downfield in the direction of Folks. "25.5 minutes gone in the first half, and the referee has indicated that there will be a brief cooling break. And that substitution will likely take place when we resume play. It is, in fact, Dior Clamp who will be coming in for Waterloo United. So it has been an eventful first 25 minutes. We had a goal scored by Sabrina Bisante for Woodbridge. We had a sending off in the 19th minute. Guha of Waterloo after a cynical foul. And Woodbridge is holding on to a 1-0 lead over Waterloo. It appears that the player coming off is, in fact, Amaris Machmuller. So it'll be Dior Clamp, 19 years of age, to come in for Waterloo, replacing Amaris Machmuller. Clamp, 11 League Two appearances this season, 959 minutes played. So she is an experienced player. Someone that can certainly provide some dependability for Jesperson. Sinanovic, or rather Bisante with Sinanovic to her left. She provides the pass. Sinanovic goes to the byline, curls with it, looking for support. A through ball to Lisser, who lets it go to Bisante. Pania, Villapando, Lisser, shot just over top of the goal. Good sequence there from Woodbridge strikers, finding the seams in the Waterloo defense. But again, the finish just over top. Well, certainly, Greg Jesperson is going to have to rely on the experience of his captain, Rebecca Drager, who's played the most minutes in League Two this season, over 1,100. She's also made 10 appearances for the League One Premier team this season, so plenty of experience to draw on, as well as Alicia McMurrin, who's a close second in minutes played with 1,151. Unfortunately, Jesperson missing a key player from his side, Taryn Buckley, who had 9 goals. Not available for this match. And his top scorer, Aya Namani, who tallied 10 goals this season, is available off the bench. Cici Mejia, stripped of the ball. It's over the head of Bisante. So the switch basically moves Dion Clamp back into the back line alongside of Caitlin Brzezina. And that allows Rebecca Drager to step back into a holding midfield role. Just beyond the half hour, Woodbridge holding on to a 1-0 lead over Waterloo United. Bear in mind, Waterloo playing with only 10 women after the sending off of Sheila Dugua. McMurrin. Ball out of play, so it'll be a throw in to Waterloo United with Homewood playing it back to Clamp. Drager. Aruda plays it off a Waterloo player. That allows Drager to take over with Mejia. CC Mejia, a native of Mexico. She's 21 years of age, has 13 League Two appearances this year with 2 goals, over 700 minutes played. A vital player now as she has essentially become the lone forward after Mueller was substituted as that shot sailed just wide of the net. Reminder, you're watching the League 2 women's final from the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Center in Vaughan, Ontario. It is Woodbridge 1, Waterloo United 0. This is the third Woodbridge Strikers appearance in a final this weekend. 2 representative Woodbridge teams played in the U20 division finals yesterday, and both of them won their respective finals. See if this Woodbridge team can make it 3 for 3. They're well on their way, holding a 1-0 lead through the course of the first half. Throw in favor of Woodbridge. Rager being hounded there by Villapando. Brazina ahead to Mejia, and she just allowed it to slip underneath her foot. And it's all the way back to Ashley Zhang. Intercepted by Homewood. Brazina trying to hold off Hanya. Forced to play it out. It's a throw into Woodbridge from the far touchline. Aruda to Robinson. Long ball ahead from Robinson over the top of Bisante, and the ball slips out of the keeper's hands, and it is a goal for Woodbridge, and it is Talaja Fox who scores a second for Woodbridge in the 36th minute. Talaja Fox doubles the lead for Woodbridge Strikers. Well, it looked like the play was handled by the goalkeeper, Maya Broderick, but unfortunately, she let the ball slip through her hands, and it fell right to the onrushing folks who made no mistake putting it into an open net. And Woodbridge have doubled their lead in the 36th minute. 2-0 is the score. And a reminder, Waterloo continues to play shorthanded after the sending off in the 19th minute. And there is a third goal for Woodbridge, and it is Sabrina Bizante again. And again, Woodbridge taking advantage of some loose play from Waterloo. And the ball played into the path of Sabrina Bizante, who scores her second of the game. And Woodbridge is just pouncing on every opportunity now, every chance that comes their way. Pressure being applied on the Waterloo back line, and they've succumbed to conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes as Woodbridge are ahead by 3-0. Aruda to Robinson. Woodbridge very comfortable in possession as Waterloo not really initiating much of a press, given the fact that they are playing down a woman. Drager looking to make some movement, and there is a trip. And it will be a caution that will be shown to number 16, Cassandra Geneva. So first caution of the match is to Woodbridge, number 16, Cassandra Geneva. We're into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Woodbridge holding a 3-0 lead. It's all uphill now for Waterloo United, who have their work cut out for them if they are to make inroads in this match. They're going to have to take some risks through the balance of the first half and into the second half. We'll see if Coach Jesperson will make any other adjustments to his lineup in the second half, but he's dealing with a very difficult hand at the moment. And Woodbridge taking advantage of the numerical superiority. Robinson. Genova. Turning inside. Plays across to Lisser. Dispossessed there. Played ahead to Mejia. CC Mejia will try it from distance, and it is a valiant effort, just not enough power behind it. No trouble for Ashley Jung. Anya. Out wide to Hutton. Aruda. Turns it upfield. Out wide to Folks. Cuts it through the inside. Folks with some speed. Out wide to Bisante. Looking to cross. Sinanovic is there. It's beyond her. She's going to have to run it down to catch up to it. Back to Villapando. Lisser. Bisante. Now Folks into the box. Holds it up. Shot. And a good save from Maya Broderick. Two minutes plus any stoppage time still to be played in the first half. Aruda. Anya turning with it. Villapando. Robinson. Genova back to Robinson. Stolen. Forward, and in comes Robinson to clear. Maya Robinson, the 17-year-old. Bisante takes it to the byline, trying to get clear of the defender, and she's won a corner for Woodbridge. We're in the final minute of regulation time in the first half. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official to determine how much stoppage time will be added. And as we watch this corner coming in, it's over the head of Maya Broderick, who let it slip through her fingers and out the other side. So it'll be a second corner from the opposite flag. As we are approaching the 45-minute mark, and there will be 2 additional minutes, a minimum 2 minutes of stoppage time, according to the fourth official. And we are into that first minute right now. Punched away. Drager and Mejia trying to clear the lines. Mejia back to McMurrin. Drager giving chase, and it's sent out by Genova. Maya Robinson in a tussle there with Rebecca Drager. Homewood coming forward. Loses possession. Homewood just dragging her opponent back, so she gives away the free kick. Well, I'm sure Waterloo will be relieved when the halftime whistle arrives, as they will need to regroup in the changing room before they come out for the second half, as they've already played 25 minutes down a woman, and they're going to have to play the remaining 45 minutes with only 10 players, as Shayla Guha was shown the red card early on in this match. Clamp. Play the ball first. Long ball ahead over the head of Mejia and straight to the keeper, Ashley Jong. And that will be the last bit of action in the first half, in an eventful first half that saw 3 goals from Woodbridge, a red card, a yellow card, and a substitution, a forced substitution for Waterloo. But just to recap, the goals coming from Sabrina Basante in the 17th minute, Teleja Folks in the 36th minute, and then a second for Bisante in the 38th minute. So, at halftime of this Women's League 2 final from ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Stadium, it is Waterloo United 0, Woodbridge Strikers 3. Join us for the second half coming up.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada. for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Sorry that I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without
Back to ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Stadium in Vaughan for the second half of today's League 2 Women's Final. With the score, Waterloo United 0, Woodbridge Strikers 3. I'm Alf de Blassis. Thank you very much for joining us tonight for this live stream on our League 1 Ontario YouTube channel. And just recapping the scoring from the first half, Woodbridge jumped into the lead after 17 minutes on a goal by Sabrina Bisante. They doubled the lead in the 36th minute on a goal by Talaja Folks, and then Bisante scored her second just a couple of minutes later. Woodbridge up 3-0 and also up a man after the sending off of Waterloo's Shayla Guha during the course of the early part of that first half of play. And so as a result, Waterloo United has made 3 substitutions to start the second half. They had made a substitution moments after the sending off, and now they've made 3 additional substitutions to start the second half, and they are number 30, Aya Namani, coming in for Cici Mejia. Number 34, Vanessa Kaminsky-Roth, is in for Caitlin Brazina. And number 39, that's Tegan Pennington, and she's in for number 23, Alexandria Chuang. So 3 additions to the Waterloo United lineup. And there has been a change for Woodbridge as well. Coming into the match is number 4, Kayla Udenberg, and she replaces number 16, Cassandra Geneva. So that is all of the movement at the start of the second half, as Woodbridge enjoys a comfortable 3-0 lead. We'll see if they are able to take that the distance. And make it a 3-for-3 weekend for Woodbridge teams. As we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, 2 Woodbridge clubs won their respective under-20 finals yesterday. Both the men's and women's representatives of the Woodbridge Strikers were winners yesterday. And the Woodbridge League 2 team is looking to make it a 3-for-3 sweep this evening, and they're well on their way to that. Throw in favor of Woodbridge, who are now defending the goal to your left. They are in the all-white strip with the blue and red sash across the chest, and Waterloo is in the black kit with the yellow socks.
And he has made 3 substitutions. The match is number 32, number 23, Alexandria Chuang, and number 40, Caitlin Brazina. And
Well, it seems like an insurmountable challenge right now for Waterloo United, and they're going to have to muster all of their strength with just the 10 players on the field. Had they have won the match tonight, they would have earned promotion to the League 1 Ontario Championship Division for next season. But at the moment, they are well behind, as Woodbridge have this match in control. But as we know, virtually anything is possible. And Woodbridge is about to make another substitution. Martina Pena is the player coming out. And the player to substitute her is number 17, Olivia Piliteri, who had one of the 2 goals for Woodbridge in the women's under-20 final yesterday. So Olivia Piliteri is on for Martina Pena.
the Woodbridge Strikers will make a substitution in the 51st minute. And is number 6, Martina Pania. Number 2.
Long ball into the box. It's pushed away and further ahead now by Bisante. Now down the right flank comes Waterloo. Good bit of shielding there from the Woodbridge player to allow that to go across the end line for a goal kick in favor of Woodbridge. Coach Jesperson from Waterloo United now encouraging his ladies to apply some pressure to the Woodbridge back line, take some risks. That's what we mentioned before halftime, is that Waterloo is going to have to pull out all the stops and try to mount a comeback as best they can, even while playing with 10 players. Good turn here from McMurrin into the box, but away with it is Robinson. Good ball ahead for Bizante from Sinanovic. Bizante takes it to the byline. Couldn't keep it in. It's a goal kick in favor of Waterloo. It's 8 minutes gone in the second half. Woodbridge 3, Waterloo United no score. In this final of League 2 Women's Division. Military. Played back, Bizante. She's on a hat trick. And that ball just fell to the side. This is Homewood. Racing forward. Coming back is Bizante with a good challenge. McMurrin. Homewood. Drager. McMurrin again. Good bit of dribbling from McMurrin to get into space in the middle of the park. Pushed ahead. It's there. And a good save from Ashley Jong. That came off the right boot of Emily Hanahan. And the Waterloo player goes to ground. There will be a free kick in favor of Waterloo United. Referee just having a word with the Woodbridge player that committed the foul. Well, it's a set piece from a dangerous spot for Waterloo. Could this be the breakthrough for the team from southwestern Ontario? It's deep and it's over top of the net. And while we have a moment, we can bring up to date on other activity, at least women's activity in League 1 Ontario in the Championship Division. There were 3 matches played today. Burlington defeated Whitby 3-2. Oakville over Tecumseh United 2-0. And Scrosopi defeated Pickering away from home by a score of 2-1. That in the League 1 Championship Women's Division. Foul committed there. And a yellow card being shown to the Woodbridge player. And that is Piliteri just entered the game. Coming in the 56th minute. So second Woodbridge player to go into the book after Geneva in the first half. Olivia Pelletieri receives a second caution. And the result is another free kick for Waterloo United. And this will be taken by Vanessa Kaminsky-Roth, one of the newcomers in the second half for Waterloo. She goes straight to goal, and it doesn't concern Ashley Jung, who collects it quite easily. Tamara Lisser to Villapando. Long ball in the direction of Bisante. It's played all the way back to the Waterloo keeper, Broderick. This is Pennington. Through the middle. Foul call against Woodbridge, and a free kick to be taken once again. Just having a glance down below, and it looks like Michael Stalteri will make a couple of more substitutions for Woodbridge. Ashley Jung coming out, just snatching that ball away from the incoming Waterloo player, Homewood. Bisante. She couldn't keep it in play. And the substitutions will happen now. So coming into the game for Woodbridge are number 42, Marissa Crane, and number 12, Brooklyn Lupinacci. One of the players coming off is Sabrina Bizante.
Our number 24, Pelagia Fox, and number 5, Sabrina Bizante, and number 4.
Talasia Folks and Sabrina Bizante, the goal scorers in this match, are both out of the game now. Nice move there. Good bit of skill shown by Olivia Pelletieri. The shot tipped over top of the bar by the keeper. So it's a corner in favor of Woodbridge as Waterloo is set to make 2 more substitutions. But we'll see what the result of the corner kick is first. Villapando. It's all the way to the other end of the goal area, and a deflection again off a Waterloo player. This will be a corner from the far corner flag. Military will take charge there. This will be an in-swinger from the Woodbridge number 17. It's punched away by the keeper. Drops to Lisser, but her shot is well off the mark. So the Waterloo substitutions will take place momentarily, not quite yet, as the referee allows the goal kick to be played. McMurrin holding up, lays it back. Coming forward is the Waterloo player who takes a shove from behind, earns the free kick. McMurrin Woodbridge takeover. Villapando slides a ball into the path of Pilateri just a little bit too long, and Broderick was quick to come off her line. Hutton. Tug on the back, and it'll be a free kick for Woodbridge as Waterloo is about to make the two substitutions. So the substitutions for Waterloo are number 18 coming in, Jocelyn Downey for Orla Homewood, and number 41 is Reiko Higuchi, who comes in for number 19, Emily Hanan.
It's number 19, Emily Hennigan, and number 38, Orla Homewood, and is number and number
Here's a shot that is into the back of the net. And it is 4 for Woodbridge. And that goal coming in the 63rd minute. So Woodbridge increases their lead here in the second half. The goal coming from number 12, Brooklyn Lubinacci. Waterloo coach Greg Jesperson essentially emptying his bench to try and provide some relief for his players who have had to endure well over 40 minutes now playing down a man. And it doesn't, the challenge doesn't get any easier after conceding a fourth goal here about 20 minutes into the second half. So Woodbridge comfortably in front now as Michael Stalteri is giving many of his bench players opportunities here in the second half to see this game out and certainly to see if they can add to their total, which they have done now through one of the substitutes. And they come forward once again. Pilateri on the overlap as the ball is played into her space. Pilateri, and she has Lupinacci in front. Pilateri to the byline, holds it up, takes the shot, and it's well handled by Maya Broderick. Here's another ball in the direction of Pilateri. Out comes Broderick. Got to it first. Rebecca Drager. It's played back to Clem.
Woodbridge strikers have scored a goal in the 61st minute.
So they've, as we see a shot from Pilateri over top of the net, they have actually officially credited the Waterloo player with an own goal, as there was a deflection on the shot. Clearance from the Woodbridge back line. Good control from Lupinacci. Dreger comes across. Lupinacci gives chase. And she'll be able to shield the ball and win the throw-in in favor of Woodbridge. It's a goal kick in favor of Waterloo United. Play back to Pennington. Long ball in the direction of the number 41 for Waterloo. That's Reiko Higuchi. Pennington again. Stolen this time. Biapondo. Challenged by Dreger. Waterloo stream ahead. Good return pass, but the Woodbridge player was quick to it. Hutton. McMurrin along the byline. Played in front, and the flick shot is just over top of the net. But a good effort from Waterloo as they try to claw their way back in this match. But Michael Stalteri continues to give opportunities to his bench players as two additional substitutes will be coming into the match shortly. This is Dreger. Ahead. And it just slipped past the feet of Ayanamani. McMurrin in a tussle there with the Woodbridge player as it's all the way back to Broderick. McMurrin holds it up. Villapondo all the way back to Robinson. Long ball ahead in the direction of Sinanovic, and she comes up with it. Maya Sinanovic will go to the touchline, lay it back. Back to Sinanovic on the left flank, looking to cut in. Gets by a second player. And Waterloo turning with it and trying to clear the danger. They do so now. So played ahead for Namani. She's dispossessed. Now Marissa Crane with the attempted cross, and it's off the back of a Waterloo player, and it'll be another corner kick in favor of Woodbridge. 71 minutes gone in this match. with Woodbridge holding a 4-0 lead, and there will be a cooling break at this moment. And while we have a moment, we will just remind you of the League One Ontario sponsors, the Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Hummel is the official apparel supplier of League One. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favorite League One alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams, all exclusively on One Soccer. Derby Star is the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League One Ontario. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league. And Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Well, we're going to resume play with a corner kick for Woodbridge Strikers. The substitutions are standing by here on the sideline, but the corner kick will come in first. It's into the box. It's headed in and out. Cleared finally by Rebecca Drager in the direction of Namani. Drager follows up. Feeds it out. Ball played across the midfield. Out to the right flank. Ahead for Alicia McMurrin. And it's intercepted by the Woodbridge defender. Drager. Ball stolen. Played across to Sinanovic, through for Piliteri, intercepted by Pennington. And those substitutions will take place now. So coming into the match for Woodbridge, number 19. That is Alexis Cordero, and she replaces Maya Sinanovic. And also into the game, Kayla Merkley, and she replaces Ava Villapando. Good ball in the direction of Lupinacci. Clamp will be first to it. She puts it out for a corner kick. Well, we expected it would be an uphill battle, and it has been for Waterloo United and head coach Greg Jesperson. It's been a frustrating evening. First, seeing his one of his center backs be sent off for a cynical foul, and then shortly afterwards, Woodbridge taking the lead, and they've been coasting ever since. As this ball falls into the box, there's chances there. Tamara Lisser is dispossessed by her opposite captain, Rebecca Drager. Lisser now recovering momentarily. Waterloo back in possession with Pennington to Clamp. It's off the foot of the Woodbridge player Crane, and a throw in quickly taken by Waterloo. Namani. Ball through the middle, nowhere near a Waterloo player. Drager plays forward. Waterloo in possession, deep in the water in the Woodbridge attacking third. And substitutions on both sides now. Zoe Abraham, number 59, is in for Carla Perez for Waterloo, while Natalie Arsenault comes into the game for Woodbridge.
Is number 47, and is number made a substitution in the 78th minute. Exiting the match is number 7, Maya Robinson, and entering the match is number 30, Natalie Arsenault.
So both coaches have used just about every outfield player available to them off the bench, as Woodbridge looking to come forward and strike again. Good endured possession there from the Woodbridge player as it's played out to open field here for Kayla Merkley. Hutton. Lisser, who has fallen back into a central defensive role now alongside Kayla Uddenberg. We're in the 80th minute of play. Just a little over 10 minutes of regulation time to play, plus any stoppage time to be added. Marissa Crane. A cross coming in, headed away by Pennington. It falls to Drager. She's dispossessed. Play back to Talia Hutton. Piliteri. Out wide. Looking to shoot, and the strike off the foot of the Woodbridge player, number 19, Alexis Cordero, is saved by Broderick. Well, I'm not sure whether a feat like this has been done before, whether it's unprecedented, but Woodbridge is about to claim its third consecutive final match after winning both men's and women's under 20 division finals yesterday. The Woodbridge League 2 side is well on its way to a victory, and that would make it 3 out of 3 appearances for Woodbridge clubs in the finals over the four finals over the course of this weekend here at ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Center. It's a testament to the depth and quality of the Woodbridge Strikers Soccer Club, both across the entire program, both on the men's and the women's side. All credit to the technical staff at Woodbridge and the entire organization who have developed outstanding players at all levels. And it has been on display on the field, on the pitch, over the course of the past couple of days. And keep in mind, many of these girls in this Woodbridge side did in fact play a part in the under-20 final yesterday. So there's a lot of soccer in the legs of these girls, but certainly showing no ill effects, as they have been the dominant side over Waterloo United. But to be fair, Waterloo has been playing with 10 women since the 20th minute of the first half. Lupinacci steals, and the assistant referee has indicated a foul was committed. Referee just having a word with Brooklyn Lupinacci, who was a little too aggressive on the challenge there, so it'll be a free kick quickly taken by Pennington. Ball played through, and just no one making the run there, as Nemani wanted to push it ahead with a quick flick. 85th minute of play. Still about a little over 5 in regulation plus stoppage time. McMurrin. Good ball played into the box. The Waterloo player chasing it down, but it was well shielded by the Woodbridge defender. And it goes across the end line. Closing stages of this League 2 women's final at the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Center. Woodbridge Strikers 4, Waterloo United 0.
We can literally say millions of fans.
Woodbridge again coming forward. Throw in favor of the Strikers. Under 4 minutes to play now. Flicked ahead. Ball's going to go across the end line for a goal kick. All the effort has been there from Waterloo United. They just have been second best all game long, and especially after the sending off early in the match. Woodbridge taking advantage of that numerical superiority. And they have been relentless going forward, and they have been clinical. And they come again. Lupinacci with a shot and a good save from Maya Broderick to prevent a fifth goal. Less than 3 to play now. Free kick called in favor of Woodbridge. Waterloo coming forward with McMurran. Trying to find support. McMurran's going to take it to the touchline. Still McMurran. Good bit of possession. The attempted cross, however, fell across the end line, and it will be a goal kick in favor of Woodbridge. Under 2 minutes to play. Long ball in the direction of the Woodbridge player, Alexis Cordero. And the Strikers have actually won a throw-in. Pennington gets caught up field now as Woodbridge come back with numbers. Shooting opportunity here. Pass. It was a shot come pass, and it just wasn't kept in, unfortunately, by the Woodbridge player. And it will be a goal kick. We're in the final minute of regulation, and the fourth official will put up the signboard momentarily to give us an indication of the amount of stoppage time to be added. In the meantime, Woodbridge coming forward again with Piliteri. Opens it up here, and the pass ahead. The assistant referee's flag had gone up for an offside, so that nullifies the opportunity. And there will be a minimum of 1 minute of stoppage time to be added, as we have now reached the 90-minute mark.
Indicated that there would be a minimum.
Recovered there by Piliteri. And she'll just send it upfield. Rebecca Drager being challenged there and dragged to the ground by Cordero. So Waterloo has a free kick in stoppage time. Only seconds left now. That ball comes in, and it is into the hands of Jung. That may just about do it for the match. And there it is. The final whistle from our referee to bring this match to a close. A match that saw an eventful first half that included a sending off for Waterloo United that certainly impacted the game. But Woodbridge Strikers make it 3 out of 3 in terms of finals this weekend. As I mentioned, both their under-20 representatives yesterday, the women and the men, won their respective finals, and now the Woodbridge Strikers League 2 women's team has won its final over Waterloo United by a score of 4-0. Sabrina Bizante with 2 goals, Folks with the other, and an own goal, accredited Waterloo own goal in the second half is all of the scoring tonight as the medals and the championship trophy have been displayed at midfield, and we will see the post-game medal and trophy presentations momentarily. Just before that, we'll remind you that to be sure to check out the League One Ontario website at www.league1ontario.com, powered by Comet. You can also stay connected to League One Ontario on social media. You can follow League One Ontario on Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Also be sure to subscribe to League One Ontario TV on YouTube to view full matches, highlights, and feature stories throughout the 2025 season. And for all the latest League One Ontario match updates, scores, stats, standings, and news updates, be sure to download the new League One Live app for free from the Apple or Android app stores. Well, the players are gathering now to collect their consolation and winners' medals. And momentarily, the League 2 Women's Trophy will be handed out to Woodbridge Strikers. Quite an accomplishment, quite a feat for the Vaughan side, the local side here, who have made it a clean sweep over the last 3 finals. They've won all 3 of them against the opposition. The only one they weren't represented in was the men's League 2 final, which St. Catharines won over Cambridge United. That was on Friday night. Our commissioner, Dino Rossi, giving the officials their medals. They certainly, all the games have been well officiated, and congratulations and credit to the League One Ontario officiating crews who took part over the course of this weekend. And it will now be Waterloo United to come forward to collect their finalist medals, their silver medals. And they will be led by their captain, Rebecca Drager. One of the most experienced players on the Waterloo side, and despite her young age of 18, congratulations to Waterloo United for representing that club and certainly that city with dignity in spite of the overwhelming odds against them after the sending off. All the players being congratulated and being given their finalist medals as the champion Woodbridge Strikers look on and await their turn. Of course, there is still a championship final to be played, and that will be later this month, and that will be the men's League One Cup final. It will also be here at this venue, and that is coming up later in the month. Be sure to check out the League One app and our League One social media platforms for information on that final coming up. And now it is the moment for the winners' medals to be presented to Woodbridge Strikers as they applaud the opposition. And leading out the team is their captain, Tamara Lisser. And again, many of these players having received winners' medals yesterday after the U20 final. And this will be 2 for 2 for many of these young women on the Woodbridge Strikers. This is Ashley Jeong, the goalkeeper. All the Woodbridge players receiving their championship medals before the official trophy presentation. Of course, the coaching staff joining them now as they will also receive their winners' medals. Plenty of enthusiasm as every player receives applause. And the final player to receive her medal. And now the coaching staff. And just moments from now, that shiny silver trophy will be presented to Woodbridge Strikers and specifically to their captain, number 10, Tamara Lisser, who will raise it to the sky and bring this evening to a close. And here is the moment. The requisite photos. And now the moment of celebration as Tamara Lisser raises the League 2 championship trophy. And Woodbridge Strikers celebrate their third victory in 3 finals this weekend here at the ZANCHIN Automotive Soccer Stadium. So, once again, at full time from Vaughan, the final score is Waterloo United 0, Woodbridge Strikers 4. I'm Alf Blasterson for the entire League One Ontario crew. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again very soon.